Hey students, it's Shayna from EspressoEnglish.net, and we're coming up to Valentine's Day on February 14th in the US. This holiday separates love and romance, so today's lesson will teach you 20 essential words and phrases for talking about love and relationships. When you want to expand your vocabulary, it's very effective to learn groups of words like we're doing today. This keeps the vocabulary more organized in your mind, and then it's much easier to talk about the topic. You can continue learning this way inside my Vocabulary Builder courses, which will teach you hundreds of common and extremely useful English words. Click on the link in the video description to learn more about the Vocabulary Builder courses. I've divided today's vocabulary into 3 groups: starting a romantic relationship, being in a relationship, and ending a relationship. So let's begin with the beginning. To have a crush on someone means you feel romantically attracted to that person. Often people keep their crushes a secret because they are afraid that the feelings aren't mutual, meaning that the other person doesn't have the same feelings. For example, I have a crush on a girl in my English class. She's beautiful, smart, and funny, but I'm too shy to talk to her. Next, we have flirt with someone. When you flirt with someone, you do things and say things that show you are interested in that person romantically. Another informal phrase is hit on someone. That doesn't mean to hit the person violently, it means to flirt. For example, did you see the guy who was flirting with Jenny? He bought her a drink, talked to her all night, and asked for her phone number. Next, there's ask someone out. When you ask someone out, you invite them to do something with you in a romantic context. For example, seeing a movie or having dinner in a restaurant. For example, Peter finally asked me out. We're going to the theater together on Friday night. Fall in love. When you fall in love, you start having romantic feelings about another person. For example, I think I'm falling in love with Melissa. I can't stop thinking about her. Some people believe in love at first sight, when you fall in love with a person in the first moment you see or meet him or her. For example, I knew Mary would become my wife from the moment I first saw her at the party. It was love at first sight. Okay, let's learn some words and phrases for being in a relationship. We have the word date, which is both a noun and a verb. As a noun, it means a romantic activity that 2 people do together. For example, my date with Peter last Friday was wonderful. I really enjoyed his company at the theater. And date as a verb means to be in a relationship with someone. For example, I heard that your brother is dating a model. Is it true? Going out with is another informal way to say in a relationship. For example, did you know that Mark is going out with Andrea? Here's an interesting phrase, to stand someone up. When you stand someone up, you agree to go on a date with the person, but then you don't go, and you also don't call or give any explanation. It's considered rude to do this. For example, I was planning to have dinner with Barbara, but she stood me up. I waited for her at the restaurant for 3 hours, but she never came. Hug and kiss. When you hug someone, you put your arms around them, and you use your lips to kiss someone. Next is the word propose. When you propose to someone, you ask the person to marry you. In English, most people propose with the words, "Will you marry me?" For example, John proposed to Sarah on the beach at sunset. When a person agrees to marry someone, then we say they are engaged. For example, did you hear? John and Sarah are engaged. They're planning a June wedding. It's common for women who are engaged to wear an engagement ring, and in the US, engagement rings often have a diamond or another type of precious stone. We use the terms fiancé, with 1 E for a man and with 2 E's for a woman, to talk about people who are engaged to you. For example, my fiancé has already sent out the wedding invitations. We always use fiancé with a possessive like my, his, or her. So we don't say something like she's a fiancé. We would say she's engaged. But to talk about the person who has promised to marry you, you can say my fiancé. We use the phrase get married when 2 people officially make the commitment to stay together in a romantic relationship. For example, We got married in 1972, so we've been together for more than 30 years. The event, the ceremony and party when two people get married is called a wedding. On the wedding day, the woman is called the bride and the man is called the groom. We have the word honeymoon to describe when a recently married couple travels or takes some vacation time to be together. For example, they went to Costa Rica for their honeymoon. The anniversary is the date on which a couple got married. Many couples celebrate this date every year by going out to dinner or exchanging gifts or flowers. For example, my parents' wedding anniversary is May 22nd. Note that anniversary is different from birthday. Birthday is the celebration of the day you were born, and anniversary is the celebration of the day you were married. Now let's learn some expressions for ending a relationship. We have break up and split up. Both of them mean to end a relationship. This can be a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or a husband-wife relationship. For example, Jerry and Amanda split up because he wanted to have children and she didn't. I think I'm going to break up with my boyfriend. We just don't have much in common. To be separated means that a married couple is not living together, but they are also not yet officially divorced. For example, I heard that Sandra and her husband are separated at the moment. I hope they can work out their problems. And the word divorce means that a couple formally and legally ends their marriage. For example, I divorced my husband after he became an alcoholic. Finally, we have the prefix ex to describe people you had romantic relationships with in the past. Ex-husband, ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend. For example, I'm not friends with my ex-boyfriend because our relationship ended pretty badly. Note, some people just say ex without specifying husband, wife, etc. So you could say, my ex won't stop calling me. I wish she would stop. Now you know lots of vocabulary for talking about romantic relationships. Make sure to put it into practice by using it by writing your own sentences with these words. Inside my Vocabulary Builder courses, there's the opportunity to get feedback on your sentences from the Espresso English teaching team. It's a great way to learn and improve. So, what other areas of vocabulary would you like to learn? Let me know so I can plan to teach you in future lessons. That's all for today. Bye!